and gentlemen, welcome in to the Duke's Classic Mayo Kickoff. It's ECFL in the house today. Beard, how you doing, man?
Man, I am doing fantastic. I'm ready to see somebody get a Mayo bath.
Hey, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Here we go. Baylor getting the ball to start the game off. Going to receive it from the 4-yard line, across the 20, and tackle. Great upfield tackle there. Beard, what are you looking for here?
I'm looking for Baylor to come out and kind of make a statement here on offense and defense because I think they're the underdog according to the pick'em, and I think they kind of feel like that's a little bit sliding on them.
Yeah, pass, good completion to start the game to Chris Siri, and all freshman quarterback Bryce Walker. What do you about Bryce Walker, Beard?
I think he's actually going to be a really good quarterback for the ECFL and Baylor. He's a very poised quarterback, throws the ball well, sees the field well, and is overall just kind of a take what the defense gives him quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. And breaking tackles, David Sutherland getting a big 20-yard reception there. Getting settled in is Bryce Walker now.
That's a big old boy to tackle out there too.
That's a big. I was just about to say that's a big guy, man.
The neck roll's deceiving. It makes him look like 20 pounds heavier.
And it adds 20 attribute points if you didn't know that.
Yeah, and Kickler won't let freshmen let freshmen have it. That's why his running back doesn't have one.
But when you win 2 natties, you get to make decisions like that. Throw a deep bomb down the middle, almost intercepted. Threw up a 50-50 ball, Bryce Walker did. Got a little too confident there, Beard.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always like to see those throws. However, I mean, I like it because it actually gives him kind of makes you feel confident. Your quarterback or your coach trusts you to throw that ball.
Absolutely, and throwing down to the flats there is Angelo Roman, the sophomore tight end, for 4 yards. And Bryce Walker coming out under center for the first time.
I was going to ask you if it was Tony Romo's cousin.
Yeah, I said Romo. I sure did. My bad, Roman. My bad, bro. And the hard count actually got their own offensive lineman to do the false start there. Back in shotgun formation now. Bryce Walker, another hard snap. Drops back to pass. Got plenty of time. And under pressure, I lied. Sack. Bryce Walker is TJ Blyman on the sack, Beard.
I think he was just looking too deep. I think 3rd and 18, he was trying to get it all in one throw instead of playing conservative and getting better field position for the punt or the field goal.
Absolutely, and it looked really promising there. The first couple passes there where Bryce Walker was settling in, and here's a punt, good skyrocketing punt, hangs in the air, hang time, what you need there. Across the 30, about to the 31-yard line. Here comes Vernon Mills, the senior wide receiver for Appalachian State. What do you want to see from him tonight, Beard?
This is a loaded wide receiver core. This may be the best wide receiver core in the ECFL. I don't know, but they are absolutely loaded. So pick your poison, guard somebody.
Hand off to Brewer. And trucked! Wow, what a truck by David Brewer, the junior. 8 yards on the play, and these trips. Turf Monster got him.
I think he heard me talking about the wide receivers, and he said, watch this. I'm just as good as they are.
Yeah, watch your footing, young man. You can't get hurt. Just going back to the huddle. Halfback delay and eaten up in the backfield is Brewer now for a 4-yard loss. Javid Storm on the tackle for loss.
Well, you know what they say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they tried not to fix it and went back to the well, but the well was dry.
It's well dry quick sometimes, don't they, Beard?
They sure do.
Shotgun formation now for the junior Deathridge. Deathridge back to pass. Throws a dump across the middle, breaks a tackle across the 50. No, just right at the 50. Jamar Carr, 16-yard reception. And that is another big-time freshman we have coming in, one of the top-rated freshmen in the country now.
That may be the top-rated freshman wide receiver, according to experts. So I'm interested to see how he plays in this very talented wide receiver core.
No doubt, Carr going to be one guy to watch, especially one of these true freshmen. Under center now is Deathridge. Goes back to pass. Almost intercepted there as he threw it into traffic.
Well, you go back to a guy like Carr, you kind of wonder, can he live up to the name? Because that is a very big name to try to carry into football.
No doubt. Halfback delay again. Didn't work the first time. Good stiff arm. Good 5-yard run. And that's one thing about Brewer, too, Beard, is he's going to give you churning yards. He's not going to give up that first play.
Yeah, I think he's consistent. I almost wish he was back there right now because now I don't think you're worried about the QB run.
under pressure and gets the ball down to the 40, excuse me, to the 30, 45, if I can't talk today, Beard, the 35-yard line. Jamar Carr now it costs 50 into dangerous territory here.
Looks like Carr may have some good rapport with the quarterback already.
And it's been practicing or something. Tight end in motion, hand off to David Brewer, and he has the 20, the 10. Can he get it? He breaks a tackle, goes to the house. David Brewer had a convoy, touchdown Appalachian State.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if we had a poll up, the first App State score touchdown, or the first App State touchdown pass or run, I would have put my money on pass.
Well, and man, the convoy he had, all the blockers, man, good team play there by App State. Selfless play as they get out there and block for their junior running back as he gets the first points on the board as they're giving it back to Baylor now. And Beard, giving ball back to Baylor, true freshman quarterback, he looked like he was settled in there for a little bit. What does he have to do to get that confidence back now after throwing those 2 back-to-back incompletions?
I think you just go back out to it and throw it again. Incompletions are going to happen. I don't think you'll ever see a game where somebody comes out and goes 100% on passing. So just go out there. You're going to have those incompletions. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Now, fake to Austin Wilson. Bryce back to pass. Throws good little pass into a tight window there to Angelo Roman for 6 yards. I got it right that time, Beard.
That's right.
I like the retro bear on the side of the helmet, too. I'm digging that.
It's a really good uniform choice.
First pistol formation of the game. Goes back to pass. Good pocket. Needs to step up in the pocket. He does not need to. Throws it to Chris Unsiri. That's his second reception of the game for 13 yards now. 2 for 17 for Unsiri.
Yeah, see, that's just a great pitch and catch. Good poise by the quarterback to stay, see what he wanted, and throw it to him.
And throws up to the flats there. It's always usually a dangerous play. It works for him that time now as Nathan Noble gets 6 yards. Nathan Noble, the junior wide receiver as well for Baylor.
Well, there's 2 versions of that play. That's what we call the tunnel version. That play is actually not bad. It's the other one where you throw to the outside guy that for some reason almost always reverts to an interception.
No doubt. And then up the middle is now Austin Wilson, the junior, getting the first down for Baylor, and Baylor's drive stays alive, Beard.
Yeah, Baylor's moving the ball at will. I really thought this App State defense would be a little bit better.
And now across the 50 for the first time tonight, Baylor, and it throws out to the flats, and it kind of a dangerous throw. Throws it just in time, hung on to a little bit too late was that pass, but that's that freshman. They get those shakes out. Be a little more earlier on that pass, Beard.
Looks like Bryce may be getting tutored by Brett Favre in the offseason.
Come on. Handoff now to the running back. He has a first down a little bit more as Austin Wilson runs for 7, and Baylor's on the move, Beard.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I honestly, Baylor's a younger team than App State, a little bit more to prove. So I kind of thought that they would have a little bit tougher time on defense. And there's
State has it. Sorry to cut you off, Beard.
No, I spoke way too soon. I think he's down.
But he's down. Ew. He is not down. That is humble. Great play by App State's defense, coming up with a huge turnover, Beard.
That is a massive, massive change of pace or a momentum shift.
App State now back in business. Deathridge under center. Goes back to pass. Goes up to the flats again. Breaks 1 tackle. Can't break the second. It's Vernon Mills, 5-yard reception.
Y'all, everybody take note on that route. You run that route kind of a little bit. You fade forward across the line of scrimmage so that you get positive yards. If you run backwards, it's almost always a loss of 5, which is where a lot of them like to go.
Halfback delay. They've been loving that tonight, Beard. Is now Devin Brewer's tackling in the backfield by June Johnson. First tackle for Lawson, not for Johnson.
It was working well, but then you know what they say: if you don't vary it up a little bit, they'll figure it out.
No doubt. Carr's calling for the deep shot. Deathridge back to pass. Has plenty of time under a little bit of pressure. Throws it and gets it across the 40, almost to the 45-yard line. They're going to probably call him about the 45, 44 there. Vernon Mills, second reception, 25 yards now.
Yeah, I know Carr's calling for the deep ball. I've covered the Carr family for a couple of seasons now, and I think the whole Carr family just likes the deep ball.
And they're not going to put him at the 44 Bear. They're going to put him at the 43. Deathridge now in shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers set. Good snap. Back pass. Deathridge is throwing bullet across the middle for the first down to Riker Bryston. the numerous transfer there, Marker Bryson. He's been everywhere.
Tyler's doing a great job, or Deathridge is doing a great job of making sure to spread the ball around to all of his receivers, keep everybody happy.
No doubt. And Deathridge just looked like he's getting comfortable now as Bryson again. And Bryson's one of those possession top receivers that he will catch the ball. He has like glue in his hands. He's also a deep threat too. He's one of those guys you can't let get past you behind you. And Deathridge loves those weapons like that with Mills, Carr, and Bryson. It's just read option now. First down across the 30, the 25, 20, and he's gone! Deathridge, touchdown, house call, App State.
So the first 2 App State touchdowns are on the ground.
We're not expecting that, Beard.
No, I was 100% not expecting that.
And Beard now, with them having both their rushing touchdowns and no passing touchdowns, do you make adjustment for Baylor or do you stick with your guns?
I think this is one of those age-old damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you go commit to the run, they're probably going to start airing it out over your head. And then you're going to hope that your corners and safeties can play one-on-one with that star-studded, loaded wide receiver core. If you
no doubt, you see the stats there on the screen.
Yeah, if you don't, they're going to keep doing what they're doing to you now.
And no doubt. You got to shake this off if you're the tight end, Roman, too. Everybody fumbles the ball every now and then. You got to shake that off as he hands it off to the running back now. Good run up to the 31-yard line. Austin Wilson, 14 yards in the play.
Here's my question, and stop as you need to or stop me as you need to. The run game this season looks way different.
No doubt. Another read option there, and you called it, man. 5 yards there for Bryce Walker, the true freshman. And I love his face mask.
I mean, if you go even just back to our game yesterday that ended early because of the power outage in the stadium, our running back had 125 yards and 2 touchdowns in 3 quarters.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, and the parity would change in the league every now and then from passing to running, And looks like we got some good ground games going here as Baylor come back out the shotgun set again. Do they hand it off again? No, it's going to be a play action pass. So the Bullets almost intercepted Banks in the deflection.
But going to that again, we had 3 of our 5 touchdowns were on the ground. My quarterback had a rushing touchdown, and he rushed like 6 times for 54 yards or so. I mean, it just almost 200 yards rushing in 3 quarters is crazy.
No doubt. What would have been a first down, Beer, is a drop for Nathan Noble. First drop of the season for Nathan Noble. We got to shake that off, young man. Get back out there and be there for your quarterbacks. 3rd and 10. You need to be there for him now as the pressure's coming, and he's sacked. Bryce Walker goes down. And who is it? Rhino Dobbins. First sack now on the day.
That's something the young guy will figure out over time. He's got to have that internal clock that says, okay, I've held the ball too long now. I've got 2 options. I either take off outside and run for what I can get, or I pick my favorite cheerleader on the sideline and throw it to her.
You know, we talked about the youth of Baylor, and there's a true freshman, Rhino Dobbins, coming up with a big sack to force Baylor to punt, and the momentum is definitely on App State side. Huge stop needs to be had now for Baylor. As good kick coverage there. What does App State need to do to just take the air out of the stadium right now? Do you need points? Can you settle for 3? Or do you want to try to get 7 here to really keep that momentum?
Well, I know a lot of the guys on the App State team, and I'm 100% sure that they want the 7.
Oh, no doubt. Back to pass to Deathridge. And completion over the middle, they're going to give him the first. No, they're going to call it short. Generous spot for Baylor there. Amari Jones thought he had it there.
I'd be willing to bet you if you asked them what play they wanted next, they'd call 4 verts and chuck it up and see if somebody can catch it.
No, not Carr. Carr wouldn't want that.
not Carr.
No. And nice vision there, waiting for the blocks to develop. And there you go. That is where the experience comes in. Is watching Brewer sit there and delay, waiting for his blocks to set up. He gets him a first down because of it.
It's going to be interesting to watch this year. I mean, the runs are just, oof.
And almost picked there. That was the cornerback Marcus Elliott, the sophomore. That's why you play defense. You know, that's why some of those guys play defense. Halfback delay, and he swallowed up in the backfield Brewer. And they're going to keep going to that well.
I think you have to. It's proved to work. Now here's the thing: 3rd and 14. This is at this place in the field. This is what an arm punt at worst. So you got to shore up your secondary here and hope that you can cover them.
And he caught it. Carr caught it. 3rd and launch it, and he launched it. Vernon Mills, 23 yards, 48 yards of receiving for the first quarter for Mills. My goodness.
8 for 10 for 102. Keep that up. You're at 400 yards passing.
Man, what a pretty display of passing putting on here by Deathridge. He's putting on a clinic under center now. Goes back to pass. Good pocket. Those are down right to the curl. Curl route to Jamar Carr for 9 yards. And the freshman's starting to show out a little bit. 35 yards already on the day for him.
I know that we watch and we talk about a lot of this stuff on podcasts and lives. And we've talked about, it was even said that somebody thought points were going to come at a premium this year. I don't know that points are at the premium. I think we may be in a situation where this is the year of the offense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And throws now, dropped. That's going to go down as a drop. Good defense there. But when you hit your hands, you have to make that catch. It would have been a first down. Now 3rd and 1. But they're 4 for 4 on thirds, Beard.
Oh, I'm handing it off and letting him run it right up the gut right now.
Brewer, they're going to do play action pass. He's in trouble and sacked. Oof. Big sack there. 4th and 7 coming up now is that guy has his sack. I just hit him all right.
I just hit him a little.
A little, okay. Big sack. Big sack on the play.
That's a questionable call. It looked like a QB keep from the whole time because he rolled out to run. Why not run the ball up the middle? You've had success with it.
No doubt. And that's the first time that he's thrown the ball outside the pocket. As now we get into the first quarter as App State leads the Baylor Bears in the ECFL Duke's Classic 14-0. Did we throw the twos up?
I wonder if my quarterback's at this game, since his last name is Duke and all.
He may be. I know they give out free tickets every now and then, but you definitely have to have a high QBR for that.
Yeah, it's probably not.
I love you, Beard.
I mean, he did go 29 for 33 for 303 and 2 TDs.
Hey, I love it. I'm all here for
it. in 3 quarters.
Oh, and great return there by Chris Sunseri, 33-yard return. There we go. Now Baylor can get something going here. It's a great return. Use that moment.
I just hope he's sitting back watching some of these older guys play and learning, taking some notes, because these are going to be some really good veteran quarterbacks that we see this year.
Oh, no doubt. And that one's for the cheerleaders there. As pressure was coming, Bryce Walker still only 9 for 13. Not a bad night so far, but he's got to get those freshman jitters out, as this is a deadly App State defense. Back to pass now. Pocket holds up, throws it in. Roman now getting the first down with 12 yards. Way to hang on to that ball, young man. And Baylor is on the move again.
I think App State helped him there. They drug him across the line after he was almost on the ground.
Don't you hate those?
Just stop him at the line. Nope, gonna drag him over.
Right. And Roman becoming the favorite target now for a true freshman. Sees this his 5th reception already. Not even to halftime yet.
Looks to me like App State's committed to stopping the deep ball, so he's picking them apart on the underneaths in the middle.
No doubt. And he caught it. Carr caught it. Big time. House call. App State pouring it on. Touchdown. Mountaineers.
Well, that's not exactly the first catch touchdown I thought was going to happen for App State this year.
And you said it earlier, Beard, that those routes are really dangerous. You have to get that ball out early, and Baylor pays for it with the house call. 23 pending the extra point, 24-0 against Baylor. Do you start panicking now if you're Baylor? There's still a lot of football left.
I think you kind of got to start worrying a little bit, because you're not – I don't think this is going the way you wanted it, obviously, but this is not going – I think they knew that they were going to have to keep up with App State, and right now they're not proving they can keep up with App State. I hate that play call. That's Oh,
he goes, Beard. What a return.
He may be up for returner of the year.
No doubt, man. Him and Timms have just really shown out and Vegeta when Carr has really good players, it's hard when somebody does something good not to call him Carr anyway.
Yeah.
Roman again, or Southern.
Yeah, going back to that interception. That interception's the other. There's kind of a three-way those passes. We call him QB now or wide receiver nows. He doesn't move. He just turns and catches, and he's supposed to make his way back to the quarterback. But for some reason, that's just hard to teach a college player in the ECFL. They just want to stand there and catch it instead of working their way back and staying in front of the corner.
Yeah, great observation, though, Beard. You're 100% correct. You got it. But that is a very advanced route. Is now back to pass. He throws it out to that flat again. And here's Roman again, 4-yard reception. And Baylor on the move again. But this is where they stalled out right here. Is right before the red zone. They have not been in the red zone yet to that, Beard.
That's what's really worrying me.
Under pressure, great ball. Austin Wilson coming out of the backfield getting that 6-yard reception, 3rd and inches now. What do you do here, Beard?
You've been able to run it successfully, so I would give that a shot. But you're also throwing the ball successfully. The real question is, what do you think? What do you think App State thinks you're going to do? It's a chess match here. With the 3-3, I like the up the middle run against the 3-3 defense.
They're going to hand it off and build up in the backfield. Big hit. TJ Blackman, second tackle for loss in the night, holds them to hopefully 3 points here for Baylor, as that's what they're crossing their fingers for.
That's a long field goal, but it is on the right hash, which helps him out as a right-footed kicker.
That is up and just had enough leg by about 5 yards there. So now they know his range. As Baylor's on the board now, Beard.
Yeah, it's as a coach, I'd like to see that be a little bit more aggressive. You're down 24-0 at this point. What do you have to lose? You're already down 3 scores. I want the points. I want the 7, not the 3. And I think he could have got it possibly.
Clipping call. The notorious clipping call.
The notorious clipping call. They call it when they want to, but any other time they just let it go.
They do. Oh, you can't put your hand on the official, Vegeta. What are you doing?
Oh, Kickler, I'm gonna need you to send that fine out. You're not allowed to touch the officiating crew.
Yeah, what was that all about? Back to pass is Deathridge now, launching it downfield. Does he have a man? He has a man! Caught! Pushed out of bounds. What a bomb by Deathridge.
Mills is asking Deathridge to put a little bit more on that. He could have gone and got it. The question is, I'm going to ask because I'm sure they're in chat, is Mills faster than Deathridge's arm strength? Like, is he just too fast?
No doubt. As Brewer puts his helmet in the chest of a defender to get more yardage. And Vernon Mills in chat using the old Kirk Cousins, you like that.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if y'all remember. There may not be very many people old enough in this chat, but if y'all remember back in the day when Tom Glavine and Greg Maddox did that "Chicks Dig the Long Ball" commercial, the same adage is true in football. Chicks dig the long ball.
Dude, 3rd and 3 and throwing it again. That just shows up. Breaking tackles. Wow, what an effort by the true freshman Carr.
Carr, go get you some, my guy.
Carr, that was Mills that caught that big long ball. If that's what you're asking about. Hand off to Brewer. Has a convoy. Oh, and couldn't hold the block. As they're now first and go, setting up inside their own 10. Deathridge now shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers set with a tight end. Running back as well. Back to pass Deathridge. And wide open in the end zone is Mills. And Mills, have yourself a night, young man. He's over 100 yards now and 1 touchdown.
I was wondering to myself, and I was going to say it, but I got sidetracked with the poll watching the poll kind of grow. What if they run it in and we have 3 rushing touchdowns and no passing touchdowns for App State?
That would have been definitely surprising. As right before we went live, we were talking about App State's wide receivers and the weapons they had. And now Baylor going to get a chance to return it again across the 20. Good yardage to get, man. Chris Sunseri is a dangerous returner, Beard.
He definitely is. And going back to that wide receiver core, I think you take any one of those 3 guys, and they probably just about start for anybody.
No doubt. And Mike Leach would be proud right now. You know what? Plenty of time. Great offensive line blocking there. Dawson Wilson gets 5 yards, and the true freshman had all kind of time to throw football.
We'd have to be careful, though. Leach was not a fan of the pro set.
Yeah, fair enough. My bad, Coach. R.I.P. Back to pass, the true freshman. He's had those good balls, Beard.
Yeah, I mean, he's as far as quarterback goes, he's playing fantastic. I mean, that one interception, take that away, 17 for 21.
Yeah, great game so far with the true freshman, Bryce Walker. Plenty more time, and big hit there, Austin Wilson. You good, son?
He got up a little woozy.
Yeah, what was it? Who got the license plate on that truck?
I guess my question. Yeah, my question would be, I can't remember. Is Baylor an air raid book?
I'm not sure. I feel like it may be. We've seen him under center twice so far. There's that pump fake. Usually when they do the pump fake, they throw it deep or short, and throws it short. And I'm okay with that. Those short passes that are getting you positive yards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about it. Baylor is spread, by the way. I figured that out. I found that.
Gotcha.
I'm personally, I'm one of those guys. I don't need to throw the ball deep all the time. I want to dink and dunk until your safeties come up to make a tackle. And when your safeties start cheating up, then I'm going to throw it right over your head.
No doubt. And good read option there by the true freshman. All kinds of room down to the 20. They're going to call the 31-yard line. Bryce Walker. Great read by the freshman.
You know, along with year of the offense, this may be the year of the running quarterback.
No doubt. We definitely have seen they're going to call just inside the 31, excuse me. Now coming out, no backs in the backfield now. A lot of weapons on the field for Baylor. Back to pass. Throws it, and good little dot. Oh, another fumble, and he picks it up again. Roman's second fumble of the day.
That's it's tough. I think Coach is going to have some things to say to him in the locker room.
No doubt, man. And then again, App State's flying all around. They're putting your helmet in their chest like that, man. It's hard to hang on to the football. They're going to review this one, Beard. I'm going to let you tell me if he's down or not.
This one, it's hard to tell, but at the same time, does it really matter? He recovered it at almost the exact same spot and went down exactly where he would have fumbled it. I don't have a good view, so this would be, for me, play stands.
Yeah, and
they reversed it.
Yeah, it matters to Roman. That's a stat he does not want.
That's true. We got to get that young man in and get some grip strength growing on.
No doubt. Roman in motion now at the bottom of the screen. Back to pass. Plenty more time. Throws it. It's almost intercepted again. Mother done.
Kane says, of course it matters. Spoken like a true guy who fumbles all the time.
Come on, man.
Look, he makes fun of me for throwing interceptions in high school. I'm going to make fun of him for fumbling.
Yeah, do it. I'm here for it. 21 for 27 is Bryce Walker. Great game for the freshman so far. It's 1st and 10. First time in the red zone for Baylor. Back to pass, throw that to the flat, and that's dangerous passive like throwing. Only gaining for 1 yard. I don't like that, Beard.
Yeah, it was like a screen, but the wide receivers just stopped. They forgot who they were supposed to go block and just walked back in like they were going back to the huddle. And Canes, I'm talking about you as a coach, not you as a defensive tackle.
Back to pass, Walker. Plenty of time. So that same little route. And does he get there? Great effort by Wilson. He's going to come out 3rd and 1 though, Beard.
Yeah, here we go. Back to the drawing board. What do? You go to the Pete Carroll offense, and they do what I asked last time.
Yeah, and big stop there by Xavier Banks, forced him to 4th and 4. But Beard, here's a question: what do you do here?
I would go for it, but they're going to kick it.
They're kicking it. Wanting points. Points are premium, but when you're down 31-3 right now, it is up and it is good. Baylor on the board again. 31-6, 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second. Beard, if you're App State now, do you change what you're doing? Do you hand the ball off? Do you keep your foot off the gas, or do you keep your foot on the neck pressed down?
Oh no, I am trying to score 50 before the half, even though there's only 3 minutes left. And to be fair, I don't know. I don't think they have. Has Baylor forced a punt yet?
Baylor has not forced a punt yet. They've lost a fumble and an interception. So I mean, Baylor is beating themselves right now, as difficult as that would be to say as a commentator.
Well, I mean,
As halfback to the end.
right, but I'm just saying, App State scored every drive they've had the ball. My first stop here would be just stop them. Don't let them score.
That's a good start. Good start as the halfback delay goes for a loss of 1 to Brewer, as is just right across the 50-yard line now. Deathridge under center, sending the tight end in motion to the top of the screen. Back to pass, pockets collapsing a little bit. It doesn't matter as Deathridge fits it into Mills. Mills, what a night so far. 126 yards receiving and 1 touchdown in the first half.
Here's the thing. With App State, you almost want to let the running back gain a yard or two before you tackle him, because if you back them up, that just puts them in passing formations, and they're going to throw it deep. And I don't know. I don't want to cover those 4 guys.
No doubt. As Brewer stumbling and bumbling for 8 yards. Man, what an effort by Brewer tonight. He does not stop moving with that first contact.
Them legs are churning 24/7.
No doubt. As Mills, you're right, Carr. Mills is going off. Deathridge, man in motion now. Goes up for a fly route. Uses it as a fly route as he drops it off to the tight end, Mario Jones, for 6 yards. That's a big boy as well.
They're just cutting them to pieces.
And we haven't called Amari Jones's name too many times tonight, but that's definitely another big player for App State to watch out for. As here he goes in motion to the top of the screen, Deathridge. Back to pass. Pocket collapsing a little bit, and Riker Bryson is a third catch, right?
Yes, I think so. I would like to point out. Yeah, I'd like to point out how much bigger that tight end is than their quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, big hit.
I think the thing is, you're running when they get pressure, they're bringing an extra man or two, and then you've got somebody in man-on-man coverage, which is exactly what App State wants you to do.
Yeah, no doubt. And Canes does have a really good point. It is a very young secondary for Baylor, and they're holding their own. They haven't given up too many deep balls, especially to such a vet. There's that pressure again by Baylor, but they haven't given up too many deep balls against a really experienced wide receiver core. So they're holding their own as here comes the first punt of the day for App State.
This is what you want. This is something that you can build on. They can be stopped.
Oh, where'd he go out at?
Probably the 3. I'm guessing 3.
3. That was a really good punt. Let's see.
Take your guess.
Oh, whoa! What a guess, Beard. Nice. Bravo, sir. Terrible field position here for Baylor. Around, hand it off now, and it's stopped in the backfield. Dangerous play, Austin Wilson. Catching from that being a safety. Xavier Banks wanted that safety bad, Beard.
Yeah, if it's me on this one, I am putting my quarterback in the shotgun. I'm going empty set. I'm going 4 verts, and I'm going to arm punt on first down, second down, and third down.
Yeah, you cannot take the 2-point play here, man. It looks like it's gonna be the same exact play. Knows gonna call a hot route now, or switch the size.
I wouldn't snap it till there was 1 second left.
Yeah, you definitely can't, man. You definitely can't. I mean, this is dangerous territory here. App State, you got your back against the wall. I agree. I think that you have to just chunk it real short here. I mean, I know that it's running the ball, and that's why you don't do that. Safety. Austin Wilson tackled Leon Kennedy with the safety. 2 points, App State.
Yeah, that's one of those. Like I said, I know that's not conventional wisdom. Conventional wisdom says run, get out of that, get your back out of the end zone. But the problem is, in the ECFL, there is just such a big difference between O-line and D-line. If the O-line and they're not, they can't keep up a lot of times, and you know they're coming for you when you're that close to the end zone. So you just step back, you put yourself in empty 5 wides, throw the verts. If they intercept it, so be it. They catch it on the 35, 40, and at least they've got a drive now. But you even if you go 2-by-1 and bring the tight end and the running back in as extra blockers, but you got to just throw it up there. Let your guy go up in 1-on-1, make it a 50-50 ball. but get it out of the end zone.
No doubt. Zio, we press X, we can get this punt going, man. As we got 39 seconds left with App State getting the ball back up 33-6 on Baylor in the ECFL Dukes Classic. While we're waiting for Zio here, Beard, what's the most important thing for Baylor here? I mean, you feel like you can't even give up 3 because then you go down by 30 points.
You just got to keep your head up. You got to keep fighting, even if you don't win this game. Even if everything looks like it might not go your way, you got to keep your head up. You got to fight for the next play. You have got to find something to build on.
No doubt. Do you launch it here if you're App State?
I'm sure they will at some point.
Did he get out of bounds? They're going to call him out of bounds? They will call him getting out of bounds.
They burned a timeout.
They did. Okay, I didn't see that. Thanks for good catch. Good catch, Beard. Shotgun formation. Here comes the pressure. Baylor's sending it. Does it get there? No, it does not. Great play by Vernon Mills. And, sir, he's having a player of the week top of night, Beard.
Yeah, he is. But, I mean, that's what they want you to do. They want you in man coverage.
Dethridge again goes out to the flats this time. And big stiff arm. Another stiff arm. Can't break the third tackle, though. Devin Brewer, man, he does not skip arm day.
This is going to be it, or they're going to spike it. Oh, no.
Pat Dethridge throws it. Oh, what a beautiful throw to Vernon Mills. Man, what a throw.
And they got the timeout with 2 seconds left.
Man, this has been a dominating performance so far by App State, just doing whatever they want to do. And let's talk about that throw Dethridge just made. Fit it in that tight window. I wish we could go back to replay. Man, what a beautiful throw in the half there. 36-6. App State leads by 30 over Baylor. Beard, take it away, man.
At this point, again, you are looking for something to build on. You've got to find something that you can go in and say, at the end of the day, say, hey, even though we didn't do what we wanted to do, we can build on this and be better next week. We just have to get these wrinkles ironed out before conference play starts, but we are fine.
Yeah, no doubt, man. As Baylor behind the 8 ball going into the second half, there's a lot of football left. But when Mills is having the night he's having, you almost wish you didn't have a break at halftime so you can keep that momentum going. And a lot of times you need that good break. You run the ball, get into halftime if you're down that much. And Beard, I'll let you read these stats out, man.
I mean, you're looking at almost 100 more passing yards, almost 100 more rushing yards, and half the time of possession almost. App State's doing whatever they want on offense. They're at will moving the ball and scoring. Baylor's just got to figure out. They're not doing terrible on offense. Almost 200 yards offense in 2 quarters isn't bad, but their defense is not helping them out.
No doubt that gets a ball back, and great open field tackle there to been a big return. And let's look at the highlights here, Beard.
Mills is the highlight machine today. Out of curiosity, what's the record for receiving yards in a game?
Our ECFL experts, you can look that up for us. We'd really appreciate it. What is the record for single game receiving yards for the ECFL?
I bet it's 300.
I believe that. There's been some really big aired out teams. As now Dethridge rarely under center now. And up to Brewer. Brewer broke the first tackle, couldn't break the second. He's brought down. They're going to take it back to the line of scrimmage and even gained a yard there. 71 yards for Brewer even now. Man, what a performance by App State.
They're clicking on all 8 cylinders.
That's a V8 back there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Maybe a 10.
Pressure coming in Dethridge's face, and it stood in there. Man, Dethridge is having a night. Pressure in his face, stood in there, delivered the ball to Mills as he has 175 yards now. Jeez.
Now, here's my real question. Here's the next one. Who's player of the game? Is it Dethridge or is it Mills?
Oh, you got to give it to Mills, man. I mean, it's just, you got to. Dethridge back to pass under more pressure and completed a Devin Brewer for a yard. And that's what we're talking about, Beard, is Baylor's defensive line has been doing their job getting pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is they send that extra guy to get there. But like I said, when you send that guy, somebody's in single man coverage, and Dethridge is finding that guy. I don't know that
pressure works.
I don't know that I'd let it keep being Vernon Mills. I might put 2 guys on him.
Right. Whoever Whoever that guy's supposed to be, we need to maybe switch something out, give him some Gatorade or something, you know?
He needs a breather.
No doubt. Pressure finally gets there for Baylor as they go and force another punt. Big play for Baylor there.
That's huge. Second punt of the game that they forced, and they got the sack on this one. That's big, big news.
No doubt, as that is actually an all freshman defensive lineman there getting that pressure on App State, and so that's really impressive as they're coming after this punt.
Yeah,
one back to block.
58 did not make very many friends for App State on that play.
No. Vernon Mills, look at that.
The stats are telling you to get Vernon Mills back involved in the game.
No doubt at all. True freshman down by 30 points going into the second half. Throws it out to flats. Good. No, great defensive play. Great breakup there. That's going to be number 42, the corner, Blunt Smoke.
You got to know that that's coming and come down with that pass.
Screenplay. We all love them.
That's something else that's been working rather well this year. The screen has not been as negative.
Yeah, and, the wide receiver screens has kind of been the thing. Here it is. We saw one picked off there earlier. Back pass. Goes across the middle. Great conversion there. Davis Sutherland bailing his quarterback out. And the tight ends have been the safety blanket for Bryce Walker II.
Yeah, as big as they are, as good as their hands are, it's not a bad option.
No doubt. Walker back to pass, throws it to another tight end, lowering his head down 8 yards for Davis Sutherland. Second reception in a row.
Just don't get too comfortable with that pass because eventually somebody will jump it.
No doubt. Walker shotgun again, empty set. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure by App State. Can't get there quite in time. Is a great effort there by Roman, getting 6 more yards after the contact for a 10-yard reception.
That's 2 big old boys.
This is big boys. Yes, you're right. Pistol formation now for Walker. Back to pass, plenty of time. Throw that to the flat. Another dangerous play there. That when that ball hangs in the air like that, that's why they're picked off so much because the corners have time to recover.
Oh yeah, and it really just depends on where they're at in the in that formation because they could be standing right there waiting to take it to the house.
No doubt, pressure comes, and man, what a delivered ball! Impressive throw by the freshman as people pressure in his face, getting it out to Angelo Roman for his tight end.
Yeah, you love seeing that.
Absolutely, especially from a true freshman. Turn around and flashing pass, dumps it across the middle to the tight end again. Breaking tackles, 5, Mo, choo, baby. Freight train, David Sutherland, touchdown Baylor.
That's not a guy you want to see coming across the middle as a DB and knowing that you're one of the guys responsible for stopping him by yourself.
No doubt. And if you're on the train tracks, he does not move, does not juke. You just got to get out of the way. Baylor's on the board for their first touchdown of the night. Finally got some momentum back. Now, if you're App State Beard, do you feel the pressure now to go down there and get 7 points to keep this spread?
I think they're just going to come out and just keep doing what they're doing. There's no reason to not. There's no reason to get in a hurry. There's no reason to do anything crazy and turn it over. I just keep on working what's working.
No doubt, I agree 100%. That was a senior Sutherland getting that play for first touchdown of the night for Baylor as Deathers down under center, one tight end set. And drop back to pass. Good pocket presence there as he stays in bounds. Great balance there by the wide receiver as Bryson is now 29 yards in the night.
Something else we don't see a lot of, or we've seen better versions of, is they catch the ball and actually turn upfield. A lot of times they'll catch that ball and run it out of bounds.
No doubt. Whoa, big handoff play across the 50, breaks a tackle, 40, breaks another tackle down to the 30-yard line. David Brewer, what a run.
Yeah, I mean, Brewer's like, his legs are churning, we said 24/7. He's like the 7-Eleven. He's always open, may not always be doing business, but he's always open and moving.
And Beard, how do you tackle a fire hydrant? You know?
With a really big truck.
And speaking of that, here he is again. Brewer breaking tackles, first and goal for App State. My goodness, Devin Brewer. Test that man.
I know that there is a defensive coordinator somewhere on the sideline who is already planning his tackle drills for coming up next week.
No doubt, Devin Brewer has 45 yards and 2 plays as now he gets the reception out of the backfield. Let him finish. Touchdown, App State. Pouring it on Baylor here in the third quarter.
Did anybody other than Devin Brewer touch the ball that drive? Other than the quarterback in the center, obviously.
Riker Bryson was the only one. That was a Devin Brewer drive, man.
I mean,
what do you say? What do you say?
It's like it's a broken record, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No doubt, man. And you see in chat, the App State Mountaineers are going nuts. It's great kick coverage, of course. I mean, App State can do no wrong right now.
No, I mean, they've scored on just all they need now to hit for the cycle is they need a special teams touchdown.
No doubt, back to pass now. A good protection there. So we had a great pocket and great job of Nathan Noble with a stiff arm to get the first down right at the sticks.
Way to hold on to the ball through that hit, too, because he got absolutely smoked at the end of that catch by Leon Kennedy.
No doubt. And Bryce Walker now back to pass. And here comes the screen and blown up. Dangerous pass as stopped in the backfield. 2nd and 14 coming up for Baylor. Oh, they can't get out from behind those sticks, man.
That's the screen we all know and love.
Facts, especially Kickler. He loves screens, bro.
It's his favorite play. I heard he was trying to import a custom playbook that had all screens.
You know, I don't doubt that. Angela Roman, his favorite target of the night. I think it's his 11th reception. Jeez, 11 catches for Roman.
A lot for a tight end. And he may be playing wide receiver.
Yeah, no doubt. He is outside of the wide receiver now. Back to pass. Here comes another screen. 3rd and 9. You don't see it on 3rd down. As now Austin Wilson only gets 3 yards, and Baylor's going to be forced to punt again.
Now here comes. Oh, they're going for it. Oh, no, they're not. Sorry. I got sidetracked on the other screen.
See the guy way back there, huh?
Yeah, I looked to the right, and I was like, oh, man, they're going to go for it.
And not that great of a punt. And they're going to have great field position. App State going to bring up to the 40-yard line. And now, here's a question. Is it Brewer time still?
I mean, why not? Why? I mean, I know what your offensive wide receivers are saying. They're saying no because they want the ball, but I mean,
no doubt.
What's his average rush? Let's fixing to get it. 8.9 yards a carry. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, those are Mojo numbers, man.
Just keep handing it to him.
Now Brewer's saying Mojo who? Now to Brewer and rare stop for less than 4 yards.
I like what Legion said. It's time to brew another drive.
Oh, Legion.
Tell me you have kids without telling me you have kids.
Right? Breaking tackles almost got there, Brewer. Now, what do you do here? 4th and inches, 140 yards for Brewer, by the way. Jeez.
You're putting it.
Yeah. Up 43-13, 30-point spread. What was the spread in this game? Do you know?
I don't off the top of my head. For some reason, I think it was 22.5 or something. That's sticking out to me for some reason.
Yeah, that may be it. I mean, of course, and like Kane said, you know, if you're Baylor, you don't get your head down. You're a very young team, man. Very young. If you look at this roster, there's freshmen everywhere on this roster.
You're just going to get better as the year goes on.
Absolutely. And also, you know, one of the things, too, to recognize for Baylor is that your quarterback has played lights out tonight.
Legion has confirmed he does not have children, even though he is a pro at the dad jokes.
Fair enough. Back to passes. Walker again completing. And look at here at the true freshman numbers when they pop up. I'll let you announce them out, Beard.
35 for 42 with 242 yards passing, a TD and interception. I mean, that's great numbers.
They are great numbers.
That's not a good decision, though.
Yeah.
Hey, going back to Legion now. Hey, Legion, you know, I know since you said you're not a parent, do you know in a joke becomes a dad joke. A regular joke becomes a dad joke when it becomes apparent.
Oh, hang on.
Where's
Hit
the?
me slap my knee.
I
There
heard
we
it.
go.
Where's the womp womp womp?
Yeah. Oh, I liked it. That was a good one. Great return by Brewer, by the way.
What doesn't Brewer do? Put him in at quarterback. See if he can throw the ball.
You know, and Brewer laughed at your joke in chat, man. He liked it. Back to pass now. Well, I'm assuming it's gonna be a pass. I'm just gonna call that out there, all right? Let's see if I'm right.
They're gonna throw it. They're gonna hand it off to Brewer and let him run it.
Halfback delay again. You're right. Halfback delay. Man, see, he lowers that head and just keeps his knees running. That's illegal in the NFL. With the ECFL, you can even touch the referee. Well, I take that back. You can only touch the official if you're Vegeta.
Yeah, everybody else gets fined for it.
No doubt, no doubt. Privileges, man, privileges. Back pass finally now. And launching it up. What a dime by Deathridge! Inside they're going to call it just at the 5-yard line. What a throw!
Who else? Did we ever get a number? Canes,
no, I haven't.
Be useful, Canes. Go tell me what the passing or the receiving record is.
Dude, what a dime! Wow, that was a great throw. Tight end in motion now.
But it's Brew Crew. Hand it to him again.
Man, have we seen him stop for only a 1-yard gain today? Only a couple of times, maybe?
Yeah, not a lot. He got stopped in the backfield a couple of times when it was just blown up, but
yeah.
Carr calling out Mills saying, "How did you not score?"
You're right. Carr said, "That was me. I would have scored." And wide open. Carr.
There it is.
Hey, Carr said, "Watch this. Hold my brew and watch this."
Carr said, "I'm going to brew my own TD."
No doubt. He caught it, too.
Not a slant. You got a curl, but we'll take it.
And that is Carr's first touchdown in his career, which I'm assuming is going to be plenty more. As another great return here by Sinceri. And Beer, we got a 50 burger, brother.
Yeah, that's probably not what Baylor wanted to see either. In the third.
But you don't lay down here. You go down there and you get 7 points. You make it 20-50. Keep fighting.
I say that. I mean, the TCU Ole Miss game before the power went out was 40-35 or something, 40-33. So, I mean, it was also approaching that line of lots of scored, except for Baylor, except for at TCU and Ole Miss. We just left our defenses back home with our defensive coordinators to practice a little more for the next week.
That happens sometimes. And, App State's had to work for their drives. They haven't had really any big scoring plays except for that Devin Brewer drive where they scored 3 plays. But the majority of their plays have been 7 or more, Beard.
I think that's by design. I think they want to I think they really just want to punish the defense and make them make plays. They're not trying to take the top off and score 100 points. They're also not going to slow their offense down, but they're going to push, and force you to hit them in the mouth and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all get them 4s up, by the way. And here's the first throw of the fourth quarter.
Failing at my color job. Hey guys, you know what time it is? Put them up in chat. It's the fourth quarter.
I got you, Beard. I got you back, bro. Walker back to pass. Throws it in. Oh, he had a man, Beard.
I think he saw that under that safety who had kind of set underneath and was trying to throw it over to him to make sure he got it to his receiver and put just a little too much on it.
Only misfire we've seen from Bryce Walker, really, besides that one pick, man.
He's done great. Now they got to go for it. They got to go for it late in the game. Got to try to get those points.
No doubt. There's 5 wide receivers now at the set. Walker, quick throw, not going to be enough. App State holds again. And, man, do we see backups sub in ECFL, or is that not a thing?
No, that's not a thing.
We poured on the ECFL, man. Deathridge, snap, handoff, Brewer. Brewer has the outside, fighting for yards, and they're going to get him 3. Great fight and great effort by Brewer there.
Keep feeding the monster.
You got to, man. He's having a hell of a game. Deathridge fists his face mask under center now. Drop back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws out to the flats to Brewer. Brewer breaks 1 tackle. Rides him out of bounds and for a 1-yard reception. And 3rd and 6 now. Rare 3rd down coming up for App State.
Yeah, I think
Back
that's just
almost intercepted. Very close to being intercepted. That was number 13. Was that 13?
Yes.
Didn't see that. I believe that was number 13, Anthony Simmons, the true freshman at safety, coming up getting a big deflection and force a punt.
Yeah, that's a great great play there. But again, that's why he plays defense.
Facts. Baylor now coming to see if they can get some points on the board. We call these pride drives, Beard. He draws back to pass. Bryce Walker throws it, dumps it off to underneath the tight end. One of his favorite targets is the tight end today is Sutherland, also breaking 100 yards for the night.
I was about to say, I mean, he's thrown the ball 50 times, 41 for 50. Not a bad number.
Across the middle. Oh, big deflection there. Was that a deflection or a drop?
I have no idea because it looked like he caught it, but then he didn't have it at some point, and it just rocketed back the other way.
Yeah,
almost like a volleyball slap.
Yeah. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure, and he does not get out of there. Tripped over his offensive lineman, but they're going to give the sack stat to App State.
Yeah, I think going back, I watched a replay on our side screen over here. It looked like apparently it went through his hands and hit the App State defender in the face mask and went the other way.
Oh, that's tough. If only you could pull Little Giants there, you know?
Just stick in the helmet and run it in.
Got that reference. We are old, Beard.
I'm telling you.
I wonder how many are going to get that reference in chat, you know? That's an old movie I just thought about.
Kane's trying to take a stab here at Vegeta. Says, how's it feel to finally dominate someone else instead of being dominated?
And you better be careful. You might have these guys on your schedules at some point in time. Yes! Oh, no! Marcus Elliott drops a house call.
Looks like Deathridge may be getting a little lackadaisical here.
No doubt. That was a house call if he can hang on to that, man. Oh. Deathridge back to pass. Here comes the pressure in his face. He plays it. Wow. Deathridge can do no wrong.
Yeah, I think he might have Tim Tebow coaching him on the sidelines.
No doubt. Took one right underneath the chin and still sitting there and delivered it. Man, what grit by Deathridge. Halfback delay and blown up again. They love that halfback delay here.
Yeah, they're at this point, though, they're just trying to chew clock up.
No doubt. 4th and 11 here as we'll see a punt. It's just across the 50-yard line and see if we can pin this to 3 again like they did last time when they punted across the 50. High hanging kick. Going to go out around the, what do you say? All right, guess it again, Beard. Guess it again.
A 6-yard line. No, it didn't go. Whoa.
Beard, I was giving you too much credit.
I was actually, I had my daughter walked up here and I looked back and you said guess it and I turned around and I couldn't see it. So I was like, 6?
If you would have got that then, we would have went off.
42.
Bryce Walker's throwing 52 passes tonight, Beard.
I'll say it after this.
Back to pass is Walker. Walker, bullet pass. There we go. Something to get some momentum going for Baylor.
Is that Austin Wilson's first catch?
No, he's had other catches. It's just they just haven't gone for anything.
I would like to see a stat instead of, you always get that pass per or yards per completion. Go ahead.
Good. Sacked.
I was hoping they might do it again, get another good pass out there. I think a more telling stat and I know quarterbacks hate it, and I play a quarterback, so I know I hate it too. But that yards per attempt, I think, is a more telling stat. Like, how efficient are you throwing the ball?
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
Because if you throw it 75 times for 500 yards, but you only complete it 50 out of 75, that's 25 incompletions. That's not super great.
No doubt. And one thing also to remember, Beard, for Baylor is that this is the first game. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
so you figured out what worked, what doesn't work, and you go up against the juggernaut of App State the first game. You drew a bad card.
Honestly, to me, they threw. Yeah, you definitely drew a tough opponent to start. But you came out. Your offense worked. You didn't turn the ball over a lot. You've 300 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not bad.
Look at Xavier Banks. Xavier Banks has 17 tackles. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness! What is the record for
it's
tackles? That's gotta be close.
somebody had like 28 last 2 nights ago, I think.
But never mind.
It's still a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. Back to pass now. Walker out to the flats and gain tackle there as Roman is for 2 yards. Third and 8 coming up from Baylor.
See, I think a lot of things that people didn't take into account, like we were talking about defensive player of the year this year, and everybody says corners won't win it. You're going to be, I think the league may pass a little bit more this year than as a whole, not just Trigger. I actually heard Trigger is going to try to run the ball 4 times a game instead of 3. But when you pass the ball, it puts the corners in position to make more plays, whereas opposed to throwing it over the middle, usually puts the linebackers and the safeties more in play.
What's impressive is a conversion there for Austin Wilson. And what's impressive is with 1 interception in 59 attempts.
He's going to probably have, unless he throws another one, he may have 1 in 70.
Yeah, no joke. And a dot. Great. Man, he's got to be careful throwing the ball that hard. Austin Wilson, this guy got to carry a rock too.
He has 21 catches for 108 yards. 21 catches. If this was a PPR fantasy league, he'd be leading the league.
If this is a PPR fantasy league, I'd be pissed if I played against that guy.
He only got
they were down 13.
Yeah, 21 catches.
That's insane.
This is not like Georgia versus TCU. I'll go ahead and dispel that myth.
Bad read there.
They've already scored almost twice the points of TCU, and I don't think App State's going to get to 65 because I just don't think they're going to go out and throw Hail Marys to try to run it up.
I don't know. Do you know Vegeta?
He hasn't done it yet. Oh, no.
Ooh. Dangerous pass there. Triple coverage there.
What if he gets 1 more completion but throws it for 75, and my 50 for 75 remark is true?
Hey, we're getting close. Back to pass, throws it. Oh, dud. That could have been very easily picked. Instead, he knocks it down. Smart play there as he knocks it down, though, because you could have got the ball at the 2-yard line, or excuse me, the 5-yard line, versus trying to force him here to get the ball in a little better field position.
Pride 4th down here.
Back to pass. Here comes the pressure in his face, and it's wow, what a catch, but not enough. As they're going to turn the ball over on downs. Great effort.
What a catch.
Baylor hasn't stopped fighting, though, Beard,
No, they have not.
There's Brewer dragging guys down for an 8-yard rush. And it's just demoralizing when you have a running back like that. When you're down 50-13 and your running back just churns out yards like that.
Here's something that I would like to point out that we haven't talked about because it hasn't really been an issue. I mean, to me, it has. I've seen it. But this is a secondary that if you were to ask a lot of people looking at App State's defense on paper, this is a secondary that looks like it should be the strongest part of their defense. But Baylor's freshman quarterback has absolutely just sliced and diced them all over the field, and they only have 1 pick.
Yeah, and one thing we did not see much at all this game, Beard, is Baylor getting their wide receivers involved. I mean, when's the last time we called? When have we called Chris Series number? When? I mean, how many times have we called Nathan Miller's number?
Not any, but isn't Justin, whatever, I lost his last name, isn't he a wide receiver? The guy that's got 28 catches?
The guy that's 28 catches, talking Austin Wilson?
Yes, Austin. I don't know why I said Justin.
That's the running back.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
No, that's weird. Yeah. You're right. So one of those tight ends is a wide receiver. Got to be. Let's see where they at. Baylor. All right. They do. Well, no, they have them both listed. He's got to be playing tight end, though, because they only have two tight ends or two wide receivers on the roster. So they may actually both be lining up at wide receiver on a lot of their catches, especially for the four wides.
And App State using a classy move there as they're going to let the clock run out. They could have called another play. But, Beard, I'll let you break it down as App State has a dominating performance over the Baylor Bears.
I mean, just look at. I was about to say, just look at that last stat: 330 yards for everybody else on App State's team. 204 for Mills alone. I mean, App State could do no wrong. They did whatever they wanted to. Now, in my opinion, they need to go in and shore up some defensive stuff. Baylor offensively wasn't bad. I mean, they played well. They didn't turn the ball over a lot. They need to get some more third down conversions and convert in the red zone and focus on scoring. But other than that, offense was moving. Defense has got to come up and make some plays.
Doubt. And I hope y'all stick around here. We have more fireworks coming to San Diego State and Rutgers coming up next in the Camping World ECFL Classic. You have Rusty Fields and Julian there calling that game. Two great guys in the booth. We love both of them. Both of them are extremely good looking. Both of them are really nice facial hair too. So you're in for a treat there.
Oh, I didn't get any love. I didn't get any love for the facial hair. That's tough.
It's in your name.
I know. And I got zero love for it. My feelings are hurt. I'm signing off. I'm going home.